Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get closer. Oh, I like her slippies.
They're Josh's.
Oh, I can tell they're Josh's.
I don't really
They look
kind
kind
of
of
touched my whole foot.
That's the start of the pod.
Welcome.
Yay!
Welcome back.
Booze interviews number 20,000 because we never know the number. 7. Yay!
I literally made it a point. I made it a point
To figure out
to put 7.
She's so upset that she's crying that I didn't notice that she had the number.
Oh my god.
She's so mad.
I worked really
she's
hard on my
crying.
makeup today, and you just fucked it up in 5 seconds. What if I just stay the rest of the podcast like this? People would care. Okay.
Was that a sad or happy laugh?
No, I was laughing
because
so
I'm a
hard.
dummy.
Yeah, I was laughing so hard because last podcast we were not prepared.
Today.
I put
In
episode
bold
7
and underlined.
and you said
Bold
we never put
and
it
underlined.
Fucking bitch.
Yee! Guys, it's 7 episode. Episode 7.
Did you just have a stroke?
Yeah, I did. I just like want to start the episodes. I always want to start the episodes like coming in hot and like excited, and I just did
You know
too
what I was
much.
thinking about?
Yeah.
Whatever podcast episode it was when we talked about running over that little kid in the neighborhood.
Oh my god.
I think that was probably our funniest episode.
Yeah, that was good. Wait, we talked about poop that episode too. I think.
What?
I'm pretty sure we talked about poop that episode.
Like shit?
Yeah, I can't. I'll go back through. I'm pretty sure we talked about poop that episode too. I swear we did. I swear we did.
I don't think
I think we
I
definitely.
don't think so. No.
It's gonna check.
It is going to check, but I don't think so. Okay. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm
Can
good.
we start?
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. We can start.
Episode 7. Danielle's sniffing coffee today. Welcome
Always.
back.
Yay! Podcast.
Shit show.
Podcast. It is not a shit show. It only is on Sundays.
Today is Sunday.
Yeah. How is your week this week? How are you today?
This week sucked ass.
Oh no. Why is it every time I ask about your week it's so bad? Because like the last time I don't think I asked about your week and we didn't talk about it, and then
Well, it was probably a good week. That week I had days off.
oh, probably this week you didn't.
No, actually this week I did because Monday was a holiday. No, it was just so busy.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you
probably
ever-
because the holidays.
You ever have but like busy with like
Just endless amounts of tedious things, right?
no, like a lot of crazies.
Oh.
Like nonstop every single day. A lot of like urgent matters happened
Oh,
every
really?
single day.
Ugh.
So I would like went in to work and I was like, I'm gonna be at the office. I have like a bunch of stuff that I want to do. I have a checklist for myself. I'm ready to just get shit done. And then emergency after emergency after emergency
I
after
hate
emergency
that.
happened. And then it came to be Friday.
You're
And
like,
I was like,
this is my to-do list. There's still everything on
and
it.
I got like a big chunk of my to-do list done on Friday only.
Yeah.
But the rest of the day, the Tuesday through Thursday, shit show.
Oh, well, at least you got like a good chunk done on
I
Friday.
still have a lot to do, but yes, I did get what I wanted to get done on like Tuesday done.
Oh, that's good though.
Friday.
God, it's so annoying though. I hate when that happens. Like when you're just like have a to-do list and then all of a sudden it's just like everything happens at once.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then my
That's
boss
worse.
comes in and she's like, "You okay? Do you need something?" And I'm like, "I'm great.
Thank you
I'm
for
great."
checking in on my wellness.
She'll like come into my office and my head's just on my desk and she's like, "Okay, I'll just close this."
I'm
She's
just
like, "I understand. It's
I'm-
okay."
I'm head out.
This is off topic, but this past week we were both on the same meeting. Like our offices are next to each other. We were on the same meeting, and as soon as the meeting ended, I like got up and went to her office to ask her a question, and I just opened up the door and she's hysterically laughing. And I'm like, "Did I miss something? Like, what's going on?" And she's like, "Just ask me what you have to ask me because I'm pretty sure I'm going to say the same thing." And I was like, I just have a question about like an HR policy. Like what are you talking about? And she was like, oh no, I'm just wondering why the fuck we're on these meetings. And I was like, me too, yes. But also at the same time, she was laughing because our walls are so thin that she heard me like roll back, get up with my heels, click to her office, and knock on her door. She thought I was gonna come to her office and be like, what the fuck? Anyway.
That's so funny. I love that. Also, I really appreciated the Rice Krispie message.
That was her too. That's our like main way to connect with. It's like our instant messenger for work and stuff.
That shit made me laugh.
And I hear gives a ping whenever there's a message, and I was getting so many pings that day because all these emergencies were happening that I turned my noise for it off because I just
There's so many and you're like, it's too hard to handle sometimes.
I don't know. I know this doesn't happen to everybody, but I get overstimulated very easily. So like while I'm stressed out about 10 things happening and then my ping is going off, I'm like, I'm about to like blow my brains out in my office.
Yeah.
So I turned that sound off and then I looked and it said her name and I was like, oh gosh, another emergency. And she just, I don't remember what she said.
She said Rice Krispies. Something about Rice Krispies are delicious, or whoever
she was
invited.
Like, yeah, why are Rice Krispies so good? And I just looked at it and then I just closed it and I was like, you know what? Okay, this is fine.
That made me so happy. I'm like, that person.
I said that to her too. I was like, these are the messages that I think are important, and then I go and like rearrange everything that I'm doing to open this message, and you're talking to me about Rice Krispies, so thank you.
But it made your day a little bit better. I would read that and be like, sweet.
Yeah. Anyway, how was your week?
It was good, except for the apartment thing. Mike and I are trying to.
Well, it's fixed now.
Yeah. But we've been like waiting on an apartment, and we've been like, it's Judge Judy gif.
Oh, I was gonna say, why is your watch all the way on your fucking hand?
Yeah, no, we've just been waiting, and we're just been like, we need a place to live, and then we're like, well, should we go for a backup and say poop this other first apartment that we really like, and then we got the first apartment we wanted, but it's been like a thing.
Yeah,
it's been so stressful.
Well, you know what would take the stress off?
Alcohol, right?
Alcohol.
Yeah, we love a good
you
alcohol
like that segue?
moment. Yeah.
Today,
woo! It was Morgan's choice this month. This month. God damn it, month.
Whatever this is. I saw these on TikTok, and TikTok people were saying, "Oh, I found these at the grocery store. Well, let's try them." And I don't know if we ever like announced that we wanted to try the holiday Truly pack.
Oh yeah,
we were gonna do that for like December, but they came out in November. Assuming they sold out because they had like Christmas.
Yeah, they had like Christmas flavors. I can't even remember what the flavors were, but
so we were gonna get
we were hyped to try those.
And then they sold out, so we couldn't get them for December. So I saw these. My husband went to the grocery store like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, if you see these there, pick them up.
Get them now.
They've been in my house for 3 weeks untouched.
And she's been like eyeballing them, right?
I'm so excited to try these. So we're trying the Truly margaritas.
Woo! Truly margaritas.
This is strawberry hibiscus.
Woo!
Watermelon cucumber. I
don't like that. Yeah, I'm like already cringing at the cucumber.
Classic lime. And mango chili. I'm so excited for this one.
That one has good potential.
I'm so excited for these. So
those are gonna be so tasty with Moe's.
Yeah. Oh my god. And I'm gonna bring all these over and we're gonna drink them again. I hope they don't suck.
I hope they don't either. I'm so scared.
I know. I'm so scared that they will suck.
Me.
Okay. Do you want to do what we did last time? And
yeah. Did I have the cans or did you have the cans?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me.
It doesn't matter to me either. I know for which one are you the most excited about? Okay.
And actually the strawberry hibiscus, I think.
Okay. This is my prediction right now.
Okay, you tell me.
I have a feeling it's gonna be this best, like second best, third, last. Yeah.
Okay.
I can drink out of the cup.
They're fucking with the door. Okay. So let's just pour these for right now.
Woo! Do you want me to pour them all? ASMR.
Can you get the door and like I don't know. Cut right here.
Nah. This is where Morgan gets to entertain the masses, but you only let in.
No. Just like
Go away. What do you want to do? Should I just go with this?
okay. Can you put the? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Thank you.
I don't know if that's gonna work, but
This kind of smells funky.
do you like my first instinct? Go away.
Smell this. I don't like the smell of it.
Oh, I don't think it's that bad. I think it smells kind of good.
So do we want to try one at a time? Or do we want to just pour them all?
No, we can try one at a time.
Okay, so...
I'm nervous that that's going to be too spicy tasting for me.
Ooh, do you want me to try it first?
No, I'll try it.
Okay.
I off that. Oh my god. Why did that go right into my, like, nervous system?
Okay. No. Better.
Woo! So scared. Oh, it just tastes like mango.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
No.
Is there like an aftertaste that's going to like knock me on my ass? That actually tastes good.
Yeah, no, this is good.
There's no chili.
I don't get the chili. Yeah, maybe if you, like,
Puff it?
Maybe if you keep drinking it. I don't know.
The aftertaste.
Seltzers.
Yeah, it's the seltzer part. You want more?
No, I'm okay. That's good, though. I like that, though.
Okay. All right, so we'll put this one here in case you want more. All right. Yeah, you open one.
Oh, I'll do this one next.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Let's start from the bottom.
And then let it get better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this
Smell
is the
it. Smell it
watermelon
first.
cucumber. Oh.
That doesn't smell bad.
Something about cucumber.
I don't even smell cucumber.
Oh, I get
Okay.
it immediately.
Here.
Ugh. I hate cucumber. I don't know what it is. Why are you...
I'll pour you a little bit because you're not going to like it.
Oh, I hate it. Ah, I hate it.
Cheers. Do you want me to try it first?
No, I'll drink it. Oh my... it tastes like a soggy sock.
You can taste the cucumber. You really can.
Fuck, I hate it.
It's more cucumber than watermelon.
Okay, I'm not drinking it. No way. I can't. Oh,
Just take a little. You got it.
I hate cucumber.
For the camera. Do it. Real quick.
Oh, yeah. That's disgusting.
You said soggy sock, and it really just tastes like you bit into a cucumber.
It's not. I hate it. Oh, I hate it. You know, like cucumber water? Oh, I hate it.
So
I'm not drinking the rest. That's
no,
all right.
you don't have to. Thank you for doing it. You did good. I'm proud of you. You want to swig it down with the
No, that's okay. Listen, I don't know what
the
it is.
aftertaste tastes like soggy socks.
It's
though, now
not
that you said
good.
it.
It's not. It's something about cucumber.
If I had to drink that, I would.
Yeah. Something.
What's the next one?
Oh,
lime.
lime. There was something about cucumber.
It's stuck in my mouth
It's
now.
just not good. I don't know if it's
Aren't you
like.
glad I didn't pour you a lot?
Yeah, thank you. Blessed. Because
All right, let's give a sniff. Ooh, I think this one might be good.
I mean, it's OG lime. Well,
I think this
margarita,
one's
yeah.
gonna be the best.
Woohoo! Oh, that's good. I like this one. It's like not very flavorful. It kind of tastes like,
It tastes bland,
but it's not that
but
bad.
seltzery.
Yeah,
So like it's not my favorite.
I don't mind it. I like lime things though.
All right, let's give the strawberry one a. You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna have some words with Truly about cucumbers and their drinks. Oh, that smells good.
Okay.
I'm wondering how floral this is gonna be because it's strawberry hibiscus. I'm making a gif of you pouring it like this.
Okay.
Okay, it smells good.
Yep.
Ooh, that's good.
That's very
so
good.
good.
I don't like the seltzer aftertaste, but
That
strawberry is really overpowering.
That's
in a
really
way.
good. I like it better than this.
That's hard.
I know they're both really good. I personally like this better.
I get less seltzer aftertaste with this.
Oh, with that one?
Because it's mango. I don't know. I think I like the mango better, but it's a really close second with this bad boy.
Yeah, these two are super, and the lime's good, but
I don't really care for the lime.
Holy shit, the fucking watermelon cucumber can just fall into a hole, because that's bad.
I don't hate it, but I can take. It's very cucumbery.
So cucumbery. I can't do cucumber. I don't know what it is.
That about you?
Yeah, it tastes
Cucumbers
like
in general. Like you can't even.
Oh
eat.
no, I'll eat a cucumber, like a regular cucumber.
But
That's no
flavored.
anything cucumber beveragey flavor. It tastes like you're drinking a sock. It's gross.
It really. That's such an accurate representation.
It's like a
though.
soggy sock. It's gross.
Like, you know how if you like.
I'm ready for this description.
You know how if you put like a washcloth on your face,
yeah,
and you like breathe
suck it in like waterboarding.
Yeah, you waterboard yourself. That's what that tastes like.
Yeah, it is water.
Just put a cucumber on it. That's what it tastes like.
They needed more watermelon, not cucumber.
They're both. I think we were talking about this, or the boys were. They're both very watery
flavors. Yeah, so you're gonna get like a dirty water flavor.
Dirty sock water in a fucking Truly can.
That's not good. Like
I'm gonna
that
bring
needs
all the cucumber ones over tomorrow.
I want to see what Mike thinks of those, because he would probably like those, because he likes cucumber stuff, and I
I'll bring them
don't.
all over tomorrow. I love that you tried that.
Oh,
I'm really proud
there's
of
nothing that I hate more than like I don't think any flavors besides super 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 spicy things and cucumber. Those are like
interesting.
Oh. Something. I don't know. We have the ugliest faces this podcast.
I love it so much. I'm gonna drink more of this. Do you want more of one?
I'm gonna have this one.
Okay. I mean, you could drink right out of it if you want. I don't have cooties. Or maybe I do.
All right. Speaking of cooties, they did not have any books at Barnes & Noble again.
What does that have to do with cooties?
Because remember last time we recorded, what happened? What?
Yeah. I had cooties.
Well, yeah, but I went, and you just can't go to Barnes & Noble with a list, I've decided, because you just got to go in with an open mind and see what they have, because every time I go with a list, I end up sad and disappointed.
You good?
Yeah, I thought I had something on my shoulder.
What did you go in wanting to get?
I wanted Fable and Namesake, which is both the series.
They've been out for a while.
Right, but they're pretty popular books, so I figured they'd be there, you know?
And they're not.
They're not there. And then I went, and I was going to get these two, but I was like, no, Morgan has those.
I mean, if you bought them for yourself, fine to have the
entire thing.
series,
I'm gonna read it first and see if, because I think I'm really gonna like it, but
I think you are too.
Yeah, once I start it, if I really like it, I'll get the other two and have my own thing. Yeah. And then I wanted I wanted to get November 9th, but then Morgan.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I also have that one. I was
right. I had it in my hand at Barnes & Noble, and I was like,
Did you have the other, like, did you have the nicer, like, the cover? The cover, it's out there. The cover I have
it's like pink, it's like blue and pink, and it has November 9th. It's kind of like Colleen Hoover, and then November 9th, and there's like a flower.
I think that's what I have.
Yeah, they don't have the good one. The other one.
The OG one.
Yeah, the one with like, it's like white and then it's got red letters.
Yeah.
That's the one I want. Yeah. I don't want to buy a copy. Cover aesthetic is important. Cover aesthetic is so important.
Pretty.
It is pretty, but it's not the OG one's way better. Yeah. Way, way better. I don't know what it is, but yeah, like another one that OG cover is way better. But I like the one I have too. But the OG cover for Shadow and Bone series, they have like palaces.
Netflix one, didn't they?
Yeah, and they have a palace one that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I'd rather have those, but I have the other one.
I'm trying to think which ones I have that maybe. I feel like Where the Crawdads Sing is gonna get a new one, which I'm really grateful that I bet they will. Old one.
Yeah, because the old one's so pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty.
I'm trying to think of other ones that I've.
Yeah, like seen. November 9th is a good example because the original one was way, way better.
I'm just looking at these books back here.
This one I think probably will get a new cover too.
Because of the Netflix, yeah.
If they don't make this into something, I'll riot.
I'll riot. I know.
I can't. Yeah, like the only thing I could think of off the top of my head are those two. And got this book yesterday.
Ugh.
She said, I really want to read a Colleen Hoover romance. And I'm like, well,
That's the best one
okay.
so far that I mean,
you have. Have you read November 9th yet?
No.
Should have friggin' bought it. What the heck?
Why?
Because then we could have read it for the pod. I don't even think about it.
Well, we can always see what's going to happen and go back.
Yeah. Well,
Annie could have also borrowed It Ends With Us.
yeah.
I should tell her that she can also
borrow your stuff.
my books.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I see her a
we
lot.
also don't have similar tastes in books.
No
for the
way.
most part.
No way.
So that's really,
so far different.
Yeah.
So, segue.
Do you want to talk about what books you read?
You go first this time.
Okay.
Okay.
So I read, oh God, I got to count here. 1, 2,
I think you
3,
have one more, too.
5. I wrote it down. I read 6 books.
Heck yeah, high five. Let's go. It's a long month this month.
Yeah, because I think I started
this
book in December.
Yeah, because we still have 1 full week left.
That's also true, yeah. So I obviously read Apples Never Fall for the podcast. I read The Christmas Killer, which is the book that Danielle's book club read. I think we can dive deep into that a little bit more after you talk about your books.
Okay.
Obviously,
We
you
both read
too.
it, yeah.
Yeah. I almost started reading yours. I read Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, Somebody's Daughter by Ashley C. Ford, When She Disappeared by Steph Mullin, which was an ARC from NetGalley, and The Charm Offensive by Allison
Cochrun.
Thank you. So overall, I've read not great books this month.
You have 1.5 on here.
I do have 1.5, and that 5 is Somebody's Daughter by Ashley C. Ford, and that was heartbreaking.
What's it about? You love books that hurt you.
It's really, yeah, that's my toxic trait.
That is your toxic.
That hurt me.
Yeah, that is your thing. If it doesn't hurt you, you don't like it. Like
It's a memoir.
Yeah, I saw you were reading a memoir. I was like, that's interesting because Morgan doesn't.
I didn't know what I was getting into. So I got the book thinking it was just a fiction because it was a book of the month choice.
That's what I was going to say. Is that a book of the month?
It was last month's book of the month choice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That was either, I think it was one of the books because I got Somebody's Daughter because I wanted.
Oh, like an add-on?
No.
It was one of the 5.
Yes.
Okay.
But I got that one because I wanted an add-on and I can't remember what the add-on was.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. Oh, it was
The Maid.
Yes. Thank you. I'm glad you pay attention to my books. I wanted The Maid, but I couldn't get an add-on without.
Dear Book of the Month, can we change that?
I know. I understand sort of why.
Yes, I do too.
It worked out in my favor though because
you loved that book.
It destroyed me. It destroyed me in so many good ways. Like I'm thinking about how it destroyed me and I have tears in my eyes. I got it thinking it was just a fiction story because I was like, okay, it's like I thought it was a coming of age story.
Mm-hmm.
And those also I really like. It was a literal memoir about her life and all the hardships that she went through. A lot of triggers. And she was also severely abused by her mother. And then down the line, so it starts out in like the present tense of her like happy with her boyfriend, and her mom calls and her mom's like, your dad's getting out of prison. And then we just start from the beginning of her life. That's like the first chapter. So you read throughout like her life growing up, her hardships with her mom, all of the horrible things that she went through. And then she ends up going and living with her grandparents for a little bit. And she like gets this motherly bond from her grandmother, which is all sweet and everything. And then, are you going to read this book? Okay, spoiler alert. I'm really sorry. I just have to talk about this. Her grandma dies.
Oh, no.
When she's an adult, her grandma dies. And that just dredged up so many feelings about like when my grandma died, because I had lived here with her for so long at that point that I just was like, oh my God, I'm like reliving it all over again. Yeah. And the writing was so well. And it was just, there was one quote in there that I really can't say or else I'm going to cry, but I put it on my like.
Your quote, thanks.
Yes. Yeah. That was because I was looking in this, I was looking, my God, I'm such a
you're
bitch. I was looking in the planner of like the quotes part, and I was like, God, I'm not really good, because like when you review a book, you put like a quote from the book
it's
on
like
there.
at the top. Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of do that, but I don't want to just pick a random quote. I want to pick
It's something that really resonates with you. Yeah.
And that one, I read that part and I just grabbed my phone and took a picture of it because I was like, yep, I gotta do it.
That's it. Yeah.
And that's in there. And then it ends up like she ends up meeting her dad, because her dad goes to prison when she's like really young.
Oh, okay.
And then he doesn't get out. He's like in prison. According to her relatives, we don't know if this is true or not. According to her relatives, he was incarcerated for like raping somebody.
Ooh. Okay.
But it seems like the people that she heard it from have some animosity towards the dad, which if that's the case, obviously animosity, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know if they're saying that to like make her hate her dad, or like we don't know if that's the real reason. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we ever find out.
Oh.
So she ends up going to visit him when she's like in her 20s. And she's like, he's not going to remember me. He's not going to know who I am. And it was a really beautiful moment of like him being like I know exactly.
Reconnection and stuff. Yeah.
He like she walked in and he was like, that's my baby right there.
Aww.
It was so
that's
sweet.
so sweet. Yeah.
And like, it was just so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So do you like memoirs a lot?
The only other memoir that I read was Alex Trebek's.
And you liked that?
I liked that, but I also read it because I read it after he died.
Right.
And I was like, I need to get my hands on it.
So, if you really like memoirs, I think they read more like heartbreaking ones and more like emotionally ones.
Yeah.
My friend Sam in my book club started a book club that's only memoirs.
Interesting.
So if you come to find that you like memoirs, I could ask her to like kind of give you a preview of what they're gonna read each month. Or you can follow her, and I think that she'll post it. And if you want to join and read one with them, you totally can.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I don't...
It depends on the memoir.
It really does, because, like, your Matthew McConaughey one that you read...
Oh, you would hate it.
I would have hated it, because I only want to read memoirs about people that I liked. Mm-hmm. Which, obviously, that makes sense. You like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek's I wanted to read because I was like, oh my God, he's dead. That was another like my grandma and I used to watch,
it's like a connection with your grandma and you wanted to bring nostalgia and like good memories back. Yeah.
We used to watch Jeopardy all the time, which is why on Mondays I get really excited when we come over for Jeopardy.
And Josh is like, we're talking and we're like, Josh. And Josh is like, Alexander Graham. We're like, hello?
Jeopardy. So that's why I read it. And then like you learn so much about people.
Yeah.
Because I never would have imagined that Alex Trebek was as not saying anything bad, but like he was a really interesting guy.
Yeah.
Like he did a lot of weird shit.
Celebrities are weird as shit. Like you will read a memoir about a specific, like going back to me reading Matthew McConaughey's memoir, weird as balls.
I mean, Matthew McConaughey
in general
seems like a weird man.
In general, you see like he is a weird guy, but holy, once you read that, he's a strange fella and I like it. Thumbs up. I'd be friends with him. But I like weird people.
Yeah. Thank you. So that was a whole segue. It was just so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. I don't know if that was her debut.
Oh, okay.
As an artist.
Did you
author?
Did you write it on your Book of the Month app?
Mm-mm.
Oh, once you do that, your debut author section will go up.
Oh, yeah. So I'll go and look. I'm really bad about like
putting your things.
Yeah.
If you do it, you get stuff. Like if you finish your challenge, you get like those socks or free things.
Yeah, I have to go back in. I mean, to be fair, I am really behind on my Book of the Month.
Oh, same. I have like friggin' 12.
I have one that when you got me Book of the Month last year for Christmas.
You haven't read that yet.
I mean, in 2020 for Christmas. Yeah, 2020 for Christmas. My first book that I ever got was The Survivors, and I haven't read it yet. It's out there.
Oh, right. Yeah, Jane Hopkins, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, when I first got my Book of the Month, I read it, but that I think fueled my Book of the Month fueled my book collecting.
Well, of course.
Seed.
Yeah, of course.
So bad. I'll tell you how many books I have. I have 15 books in the month.
That you haven't rated?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's bad.
I say yikes like I don't have the exact same.
You probably don't though, Morgan.
You want me to see?
I read 17 though. Holy frig, I have so many. Jeez Louise. So you liked that memoir a lot. Do you see yourself based off that reading of that memoir? Do you see yourself getting more memoirs in the future?
Potentially.
Mm-hmm.
We will. Yeah, it was. Oh, I have 10.
Oh God, yeah. I need to get going.
Let's look at hers real quick.
Because it should say
it was her debut.
Yeah, I was gonna say she should debut.
It was her debut, and the trigger warnings are abuse and sexual assault. Anyway, very good. I loved it. I will definitely be, because her writing was also really well
done.
Yeah.
You can tell when author's writing really like resonates with you too, because you like don't stop. Like you don't want to stop. And like
it's a very small book too. Look at how small that book is. Right next to When She Disappeared or Night She Disappeared.
Oh yeah, that's pretty thin.
It was like 200 pages, 250 maybe.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that small.
Yeah. Well, I got it and I was like, oh, okay. Because I got that book and The Maid and I think something else. I don't remember what I got. Yeah, really good. And the cover's beautiful.
Yeah, the cover is really pretty.
Yeah.
High praise from Morgan. Go read.
Yes, go read.
Go read Ashley C. Ford's memoir.
Broken.
Yeah, if you're a memoir person, ding ding ding. We'll tag her and hopefully more people will read it.
Yeah, it was just so good.
Yee, let's go.
So the other couple books that I read, let me just talk really quick on them. Apples Never Fall, obviously, we're going to talk about. Christmas Killer, we can get more into when...
After I do mine, which...
Rock, Paper, Scissors was pretty good.
I know you liked it, but after I read His and Hers, I'm like... Ugh.
See, here's the thing, though. I was also the same way. I borrowed it from you, not realizing it was Alice Feeney.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, okay.
So I was just like, okay, so let me read it. And I looked at the author and I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. And I started reading it and I was like, okay, let me just see if it had a twist in there that I was like,
whoa,
I did not see coming. Who was I talking to about it? I was talking to somebody about it.
Were you on Book Instagram?
Yeah. And,
sorry, I'm just trying to get comfy.
I was on Book Instagram and I was talking to somebody and they were saying how they saw the plot twist coming. And I was like, I literally had no idea. Like
the one you're talking about? Because I remember you said that there was... Because you said you saw this, you knew this was coming, but then something else happened.
Oh, yes. There was one in there that I was like, okay, I saw this coming. And then the second one,
you were like,
yeah.
Huh?
The only thing I didn't really like about this book, and this is not any spoilers, there was like a very quick scene that was supposed to be more like arguing action, like kind of where everything like heightens. It happened in about 5 seconds and then a new chapter started and I was just kind of like,
what the heck?
Okay. And then we didn't really talk about it.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of like goes into like, okay, now we'll do the epilogue. And then we had an end chapter that I think I could have done without, because you switch point of views. There's 2 main point of views, the husband and the wife. There's 2 main points of view and then we get 2 other points of view.
Okay.
Throughout the book. And the last point of view that we get is from not some random person, but like someone who had been mentioned
before, yeah,
but nobody big, and it didn't really give us anything
interesting.
So I was just kind of like, and it wasn't even like a page where it was like, this is really quick, this is why. It was like 4 pages. Not that that's a lot, but I was just kind of like, okay, there's gonna be some like connection to this person. There's gonna be a huge cliffhanger, and there really wasn't. I gave it a 4. It was still good. So much better than His and Hers.
Okay.
His and Hers.
I got to give it a chance then.
Also, no sexual assault.
Blessed. The only problem with that one was sexual assault was like best friend. Spoilers, sorry. And
you talked about it last time, though.
Yeah, and it really like was like, okay, this is really frigged up. Like, I do have a problem with sexual assault normally, but like it doesn't really bother me unless it's some, like it was her best friend friggin'.
Yes, because
that was so
when you read thrillers and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
you get
it's
a lot
not.
of triggers.
It was a whole chapter on it. It wasn't really like usually when there's sexual assault, they kind of mentioned it, but they don't really go super into detail. It was in detail, and like it was almost a full chapter of it. So
one of the main things that I remember from that book is the campfire scene.
Same.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and when she got the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that book really, is triggering, I guess. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
I think I would have liked that book if that didn't happen, but it had to happen.
Mm.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as good if it didn't happen. Like,
I mean, it still sucked.
I don't. Yeah, I think I gave that book a 3. People love that book on Instagram, and I don't know why.
People also love rock paper scissors though, and I will say I'm on the train.
Right.
It was good. I gave it a 4. It wasn't
feel like
blowing me away though.
When you like it, I'll know you like it. I'll like it too because you.
Well, you hated The Night She Disappeared, and I loved that book.
Okay, there's reasons why. I'm not gonna go into it. I didn't hate it. I gave it a 3. It was just okay for me.
That's fair.
I don't know.
Speaking of books that we love and the other person hated, Charm Offensive. Let's talk about that.
I love Charm Offenses. Okay, let's start with what you gave it.
I gave it a 3.
Okay, so in the middle,
bad.
Right.
I think romances are boring. I need, in a book, for the most part,
death, hurt.
I need to figure out something. I need there to be a mystery.
Like a puzzle.
Like what you were talking about last night. I need something to kind of keep me intrigued.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I didn't read the back of the book.
Okay.
Because I was like, you know what? I know this is a romance. I'm not going to read the back of the book.
You're just going to go into it.
Into it. Chapter 2, I was like, you know what? Spoiler alert.
Yes, there's going to be hella spoilers.
Charlie and Dev are going to be a thing. Charlie's going to be gay, or Charlie's going to be like questioning his sexuality.
Yeah, it's so obvious.
And then
I
turned to the back of the book, and it was like, but Charlie gets along so much better with Dev.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
It's
and I was
so
like,
obvious. Yeah.
It's just really obvious, and I don't like books that are really obvious, that's just me.
But that's the thing, though. I think not Colleen Hoover, though. I think romance books are meant to be that way.
Right. And everybody loves like a well, not me. Everybody loves a love story. Everybody loves like the idea of people finding
their person.
Yeah. This book was, I'm sure a lot of people who maybe are questioning their sexuality or questioning whether they belong in like this category that they put themselves in, if they really belong there, would love this book because Charlie's whole progress, like he I don't really know if he ever like categorizes himself at the end.
Yeah, I don't.
He had like a really sweet conversation with
his manager.
No. Yes.
Parisa? Yeah, that's his manager.
Oh, I thought it was his best friend. Are they the same thing?
Well, yeah, they're the same thing, yeah.
He had a really sweet conversation with her, and I was like, you know what? This is really like, there were parts of the book that were really nice and really great. And I understand why people loved this book. I also they made him so awkward in the beginning, like not even like able to work with. And then yes, Dev came along and he like worked his magic. It worked out. But then Charlie just turned into like this like suave person, and he was like so sexy and so like, I don't know. I just was like, you remember in the beginning when you threw up on his shoes because you literally couldn't fucking stand up? And now you're like, yeah, I'm going to go make out with all these girls. God, it really, I know. I'm sorry. I'm going to just jump on this for a second.
It's totally fine. I love this. And I'm going to tell you why I loved all of that.
Yeah. I went back and I looked at your review too. And I'm glad that, well, actually I looked at you.
I'm ready.
In the middle of when I was reading. And obviously I knew that like somehow Charlie and Dev were going to be together. And then at the end you put like, are we going to see Daphne's journey and everything? And I was like, well, she's the next Bachelorette. Okay.
Oops.
No, it's really fine. What was I going to say?
It's not really spoilery because it's clearly obvious that he's going to end up with Dev. It's so obvious. And that's fine. It's fine. And I think that's why let me tell you, I've been on a slow train to get onto the romance life because when I first started reading romances, which was last year, because my friend Shelby was like, read this book. And oh, no. The reason why I started to like kind of get into the romance a little bit was for our book, my other book club, we read One Last Stop. And I was like, wow, I really liked One Last Stop.
One Last Stop was okay.
And it's by Casey McQuiston.
Yeah, and she wrote Red, White, and
Royal Blue. Yeah, and her writing's really good, and it's very imaginative, and like I like that it was science fiction mixed with romance, and it had a little bit more than just romance. And and I liked the whole like the friend group was really cool. That one I liked a lot. But
give that because I read that book.
I think I gave that one a 4. I also gave Charm Offensive a 4.
I gave One Last Stop a 4 and then One to Watch.
Oh, I also read One to Watch, which is also a romance, and it's based in Bachelor, like a romance
I gave this
show.
one a 5.
One to Watch is way better than this.
One to Watch also, I feel like
It wasn't as obvious. I don't think it was as obvious.
No, it wasn't as obvious, but I think One to Watch was more solely based on like the fat phobic community in Bachelor and like how everybody that goes on is so skinny and so like tiny. And this was definitely more focused solely on mental health and how like that can be categorized as crazy. Like all the times that he was called crazy just because he was like, I don't want to be touched.
Yeah. And there's never been a gay bachelor. I mean, besides Demi.
Oh, yes.
There's
she wasn't ever
a main person. Yeah. So there's never, and that is like
Colin, because fuck Colin.
Okay. Yeah. Colin doesn't count either.
No.
But like, yeah, no, I think that it also, the whole like a bachelor being gay is also kind of a movement type of thing too. And that's why I gave you that book. I'm like, she liked One to Watch. So, and this is kind of the same deal. So I'll give this to her and see if she likes it too. And that's why I was like, oh, you should read this too, because we both love Bachelor. Love it.
So I will say in the beginning, it kind of felt like it was mocking Bachelor a little bit, not in like a mimic, in a mocking kind of way, in the sense of like, oh, you're going to ride in on a horse.
Yeah.
And you're going to use the tiaras and you're going to be my prince. And I was just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know.
Ew.
It did kind of shit on Bachelor,
It did, which, I mean, Bachelor is not good TV.
No,
I know
way,
that.
No.
But, like, the roses, like, that seems fine. A fucking tiara.
A tiara. And then they do like all of their like
all their challenges are like kissing fucking frogs.
Yeah, it's all like fantasy, like princess themes.
And I was just like, okay, whoever's 6-year-old daughter wrote this needs to give it up.
I really so like I appreciate, like I enjoyed it, and I thought it was like, especially the mental health aspect, I really enjoyed that. And that's why I think I really liked Charlie. I really love Charlie because I love that he was awkward and that like he kind of like met a friend who ends up being a romantic influence, but he meets a friend who helps pull him out of his little shell. And then
I interrupt you for just 1 second?
Yeah.
The entire time I was reading, I pictured Charlie as Clayton.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, well, when they like, spoilers, when they made out outside of the bar, I was like, oh, I bet his underbite doesn't really feel good right now. I was just picturing Clayton the entire time. Oh my
God.
I don't know who Dev was. I was picturing it like my own person for Dev. But just, I think because Clayton's the Bachelor right now. And he was very like descriptive of, like, he kind of looked like Clayton, and like he was very
bigger,
tall,
and
like
blonde,
more
muscular.
And
yeah. I get that. I get
and
it.
Also, I just hate sex scenes.
Yeah, that, yeah. And but I didn't think it was that bad. I usually, and I'm with you on that because they make me cringe, and I just kind of fucking.
Me too.
Yeah, we don't even like. Yep. Okay, get it. Okay, next page. Yeah, I'm like, I get it. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you after. But oh
boy.
Yeah, no, I literally am just like, Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. But like for Verity example, with the whole like biting the head part, I'm like, and then shit like. With Verity and her husband, they did it, and then she did it after with her husband. I was like, ew, this is cringy. I don't like it.
I think,
and I'm like, no one's that good at sex.
No one's that good at sex.
This is a lie. It's all a lie.
I think I also enjoy, so like Colleen Hoover's romances. I read.
Also, I don't think you can compare Verity to any of her other romances. No. Because it's so different. And I haven't even read any other ones, and I know that going like.
So it ends with us. I know I've talked about that. It's very much romance, but it has the underlying aspect of like domestic violence and like this whole, oh my gosh, is she going to leave? Okay, what's going to, like it did have a sort of a mystery vibe to it. Not necessarily like full blown mystery.
Yeah.
Regretting You was a full-blown romance. It did have like a huge plot twist in the beginning, and it had some like drama throughout it.
Yeah.
And then Layla was just stupid.
Excuse me.
But that had a
Was that more? That's got a little horror in it, doesn't it?
It's paranormal. I would not say horror.
Oh, it's paranormal. Okay.
Yeah, because it's about a ghost.
Oh, right.
But like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Oh, okay.
He like sometimes fucks. So honestly,
yeesh.
But all of her books have other things.
Yeah,
other
it
than
mixes
romance.
genres. It's not just straight romance. She mixes
Don't
genres.
stop waving your hands at me like that.
Yeah, so like paranormal romance, and then like this is fucking horror romance.
Yes.
This is mystery romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get it. She mixes her genres.
Yes.
That's why I'm nervous to read Reminder of Us or Reminder of Him.
Yes.
Because from the reviews I've read, it seems like it's literally just
I don't even think I read
romance. I read the back of it and I was holding it in my hand. I'm like, I don't think I'm
Reminders of Him. Colleen Hoover, let's see. 4.73.
A lot of people have given it 5s.
After serving 5 years in prison for a tragic mistake, hoping to reunite with a 4-year with the British. This seems like it's gonna be.
I think
it's gonna be drama.
This is what's gonna happen. Spoiler: if we read this for next podcast,
yeah,
you're gonna love it. I'm gonna fucking hate it, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think because it's gonna destroy you, and I hate sad things. I don't
but didn't you like House on the Cerulean Sea? Didn't that destroy you, or was that like happy?
Oh, happy.
Oh, see, I love when books make me feel things.
Yeah, it made me feel like happy. I don't like when things make me sad.
Oh, you pussy.
We should read that solely for the fact that I think that we're gonna have really different opinions.
So here, someone that I don't even know where I met this person on Goodreads. I just have like random. Do you know who that is?
I think they went to Cuba.
Okay.
Wait, click there. Can you?
Well, hold on. So this person rated it a 5 and said, wow, this book has seriously wrecked me. Never cried so much at an ending before, but I need more of this story.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Let me see what this person reads, though. If it's strictly romance.
No, I don't think they do. Oh, well, yeah, that person does.
You're friends with this person, too?
Yeah, can I see that?
Hold on. Don't touch my fucking...
Touch my phone. I think they read smut.
Oh, for crying out loud. Yep. Oh, yeah. Well, these are the first 2 books that showed up.
Yeah, I told you. I think they read smut.
Great.
Wait, I think they went to Cuba.
Anyway, we're really off topic right now.
No, we're not. We're on romance. It's fine.
God.
It's going to be a long podcast today. We haven't really talked, like, we haven't really sat in a room and talked about books
in a month.
Like, even when we go to Bachelor, we talk about it a little bit, but, like, we're really talking about Bachelor and, like just our normal life. We'll talk about video games and stuff. Like, our lives, you think that our life would, like, revolve around books, but we really talk about, like, everything. It's not, like, just books. The only time we really do sit and talk about books is either if we are reading a really good book and we're texting each other about it, or if we're literally sitting right here and talking about books. Because, like, we don't, like, when you read Hawthorne Legacy, we're really going to have to talk.
Did you finish it?
No, I'm halfway done.
Oh.
Not even halfway. I'm only on 150.
I put that back on the shelf because I need to read some. I want to get through all the books that you gave me first.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just going to talk about the last book that I read
really quick. Charm Offensive, I understand why you didn't like it because...
But I understand why everybody else did.
Right, exactly. It's not a bad book, but if you don't like straight up romance with anything that's like...
Didn't have
added to it, you won't like it. Like, people we meet on vacation, you would hate that book. It's the same way.
And I know that, like, people on Bookstagram, they're talking about, like, what's your favorite trope? And people are like, enemies to lovers.
Oh,
and
I have no idea who this human is.
Ow, that was both of my feet.
Sorry. I have no idea who this human is.
Okay.
Thought I did. Whatever.
But, like, enemies to lovers, like, this one Charm Offensive where, like, they were like friends to lovers.
Yeah, it wasn't really, I guess, mental health and LGBTQA.
Yeah.
That's the big basis of it.
So,
thanks. Oh, and yeah. Thanks for a good book. to talk about that we both were.
Oh yes, I was like, what the
We can talk like deeply into.
Yep.
Fist bump.
Nope, this hand.
You could have done that one and just wrecked my hand.
The last book was an ARC that I got, When She Disappeared by Steph Mullin. That one I gave a 2.5.
Yeah. I remember you texting me about that and I was like, this is great. I love when Morgan does it really. Okay, well, tell.
I just, it was very predictable.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't YA, but it was.
It could have been YA.
It could have been. So the whole premise is this girl, it's a very overdone plot too.
Yeah.
So like in high school, this girl went missing. Her body was never discovered. Everybody grows up, they go away.
Mm-hmm.
The main character comes back to
the town. Yeah.
Thank you. The hometown.
It's probably a small town.
It is a small town, and her dad is like sick, so she needs to stay in town and take care of her dad. This like crime show is back in town doing like a 10-year anniversary.
Oh, on the thing?
Yeah. And the person running it is this guy that she had a crush on in high school. And he's like, hey, do you want to come along and do all the interviews with me?
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
So I was just kind of like, all right, I'm going to hate this because I hate when it's super easy.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of romance, but it was cute romance. Like it was
wasn't
just like they were hanging out every day. And then she was like, I kind of like you. And he was like, I kind of like you too. And then I was like, you know what? It's going to be a plot twist and he's going to be the killer. Because now you're falling in love and all this shit.
Everything's fine.
Everything is fine. They tried to throw in, this is what I don't like sometimes about books. About books like this, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to throw in, so her mom killed herself.
Mm-hmm.
And her mom apparently had schizophrenia.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe she was just paranoid and it was never diagnosed. But that's the vibe that I got. And so she was like, oh my God, am I like schizophrenic?
Yeah.
Like my mom? Am I like imagining all this stuff
okay.
happening? And then, turns out, no. They were just using that as kind of like
a way to sway your decisions.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, but they just never addressed it again.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just like, you're blaming it on mental health. Like, really, you could do a bunch of other ways.
And I think this is when that stuff happens in my brain. This is what I think happens. So I think when an author brings a book to a publisher and they read it through the first draft.
Yeah.
They're like, they read it and the publisher's like, this needs more. Mm-hmm. And they suggest things. And then things like that get added because of publishers' influence. And I read a book that I had that same idea about. And I was like, I can't remember what it is. But yeah, I think when they add random stuff like that, I think it's because of publishers' influence. Oh, it's this book. I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So guess who the killer was?
The boyfriend.
The main character.
What?
It was just so like predictable because I swear to God, if I had my iPad's out there, you remember in the One of Us is Lying, how in the first chapter you were like, he's gonna kill himself.
Yes.
Spoiler, sorry.
Oh, it's fine. You haven't read that by now.
In the first chapter, she was like, she said some weird shit.
She said something about cups and that he drank out. It was something to do with cups. Oh, sorry.
I was like, you read?
I just went really hard into it.
I was like, cups. Oh, yes, that one. Yeah.
I'm like, that's the giveaway. Anyway.
But I don't remember. I'll tell you after the podcast. I'll go out and literally find it because I don't have NetGalley on my phone. My dad's calling me.
Oh. Sorry, Dad. Bye.
It was just something. My dad's calling you?
No, I think. My dad's calling you?
It was just so like dead giveaway of.
It was like, okay, so it was like a line and it was like, now I know.
Yeah, it was just very much like, I'm not looking forward to go back to the hometown of where my best friend, so my so-called best friend, where throughout the entire book we find out that she, like, her best friend, it was a similar, I'm like really struggling right now. It was like in high school, she thought she was best friends with this person who was popular. The popular girl was like, I was never friends with you. And then she was like, ugh, I'm going to shove you into a freaking cooler and drown it.
Great.
That's what happened.
Oh my God.
So it was her the entire time. And I was like, it ended also, like, there were plot holes.
Oh,
it ended
boy.
on a cliffhanger that wasn't really a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah. I get what you mean, though. Yeah. It was just like, okay. Yeah. Well, it was more than not okay, though.
2.5.
Yeah.
I was like, it wasn't as bad of like a 2 because I finished it really quick. It kept me wanting to read it.
Right.
So clearly it didn't suck that bad.
Right.
But I find that at the end, I'm like, okay, who did it? Like, that's all I really want. Like, that was me with The Christmas Killer. Let me just say. I know we'll talk about that when you... I've been talking for a really long time.
No, it's because we're having good discussions with it and I really like it.
God. Okay, can you talk about... That's the last one that I have. So
okay, I won't talk too long about... Well... Okay.
Go ahead. What'd you read?
So I read The Christmas Killer by Alex Pine, and then I listened to A Flicker in the Dark by Stacy Willingham, Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby, which this can be a long podcast because that's Morgan's favorite book.
Happy that you read that book.
One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and holy fuck. Let's get into it, baby.
Okay, where do you want to start?
I'll start with so I'll start with Flicker in the Dark because I really want you to read that book. You have it, right?
I do have it.
I listened to it and I've been getting more into audiobooks because I've been working out and like
you can listen
more
to it, yeah.
And I listen to it and I find that it helps with separating books. Like it's a different experience, which is interesting and I like it. So I listened to it and I got into it. It's so good. It's so good. I don't want to say too much, but
okay.
I know everybody's been reading it and it's been like, oh my God, this is so great.
Reading it right now too.
It's really good. I listened to the book and I thought the narrator was really, really good. And she did really good with like all the voices. And it's not too many characters. I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was obvious.
Okay.
You might, but I didn't.
Even when things, I've really started to come to terms with like, not every single book is going to surprise you. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
So if it surprises me, that really generally is like a 4 or a 5. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't surprise me, but it was like
it'll
good
be like
plot
a 3,
twist,
3.5.
If it was a good plot twist though, and I just happened to figure it out, that's not the author's fault.
Mm-hmm.
If it's completely obvious, like fucking when she disappeared, then it's like, all right, come on.
Yeah. You got to make it a little more challenging. Yeah. So
if it was sorry. If it was YA, I don't think I would have rated it that low because I feel like YA, you kind of have to make it a little.
You have to dumb it down a little bit because it's for young adults.
I was literally gonna say you got to dumb it down, but I thought that'd be mean.
No way.
But like you got to just make it a little bit more obvious because YA is
it's
usually
for,
like the younger
for younger audience. Yeah. I totally get what you mean though because like going back to one of us is lying.
Mm-hmm.
That's a YA, and I immediately was like this fucking kid killed himself.
And I didn't.
You didn't pick it up. Oh, I was like, yeah, this kid killed himself. Paige read that book before I did and was like, you need to read this book. And I read
like when we started being friends, we talked about that book.
Yes. And I was like, Paige was like, you need to read this book, Danielle. It'll blow your mind. And I read the first chapter. I'm like, Paige, I'm going to tell you right now, this fucking kid killed himself. And then I finished the book and I'm like, told you, bitch. I was like, told you, bitch. And I felt so smart. I felt so fucking smart. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, when you get to Flicker in the Dark, we can go more deep into it.
Whenever I read it for this month.
If you can, no worries, because I'll remember that. It's really good. I only gave 1 book a 5 this month. Oh, psych! I gave 2 books a 5. Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby and One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I'm trying to do this thing with my Taylor Jenkins Reid books because I've read her main 3. Daisy Jones, 7 Husbands, and Malibu.
I've read this. Oh, because of the main. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, those are her most popular.
Yes.
So I'm going into her backlog, so her like earlier writing right now. So One True Loves is one of her earlier books, and it's becoming a movie with the main actor of Shang-Chi, and I love him, and he fits so well into his character.
He's the main character.
He's one of the main characters. Yes, there's literally 3 main characters.
Okay.
And he's one of the main characters, and it's basically. I don't want to say anything because I kind of want you to read this book. It's a romance, but
snooze.
Yeah, but it's Taylor Jenkins Reid though. It's not somebody. It's her. So it's like a little different because you like Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Are you trying to convince me that I like Taylor?
I'm trying to
like her, right?
You like her. I don't know. I want to have my own my full collection of her because I think she's one of my new favorite authors.
She's a good author. I will give you that.
Whenever I read one of her books, I just fly through it because it's so fluid and it's just really well written. I just love it. And I'm just getting into the romance world. And her most recent ones have all been historical fiction. So this is romance, so it's interesting, and it's really good. It's really good. And it's like, literally the first chapter is insanity. Like, it's just like, I'm like, when I give you the book, 'cause I'm going to buy it eventually.
Okay.
Don't read the back. Just go into it.
Okay. I try when...
This is a different experience than Allison Cochrun. I'll tell you right.
Well, that's fair. Usually, if it's not a book, because like for book of the month, I have to read the description. I'm not gonna get a book I don't want.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And like if I go to buy a book, I'm not gonna.
Yes.
But if you give me a book to read,
you're just gonna go into it.
I'm gonna go into it. I literally went into Malibu Rising without reading the back and without seeing it.
Yeah, didn't you think it was a thriller?
I thought it was a thriller. So when like they're talking to their dad on the cliff, I was like, all right, who's gonna push this fucker off? And then it didn't happen, and I was like, what a shitty thriller. And then I read it, the back of it, I was like, it wasn't a thriller.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get that eventually. I tried to look for any Taylor Jenkins Reid at Barnes & Noble yesterday. Nothing.
Of course not.
I might order it online, so we'll see. And then, so again, I'll talk more in depth about that, but her backlog is, so far, the first one I've read is good. I want to read Maybe in Another Life, which I saw you would like to read too, so maybe we'll work that out.
Yes.
That's the next one I want to read. Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. Holy shit, this book is insane.
Do you now understand why I've been like, Danielle, you have to read it?
Good. It's so good. I don't even know where to start with it. The main characters are awesome. They're so good. You can relate to them. They're so not that I'm a granddad, my father, but like
granddad, my father.
They're just relatable, and I just like that they're kind of outcasts in society, and I like
different
that.
Reasons.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
And I like that, and I like that they're relatable in the fact that you just like when you love somebody, daughter, son, boyfriend, brother, sister, whatever, you're gonna like give them your life and stuff, and that's what these guys are going through. And it's like, and the story's kind of it is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, and it's like then the mystery part of it is so good, and like it's just like in the violence, there's so much violence. It's so good. It's like watching a
monster.
It's like watching an action movie. Honestly, it was so good.
I can't wait to see that movie.
Yeah, I looked up who they're casting, and I didn't know if it was like an actual thing.
They released it?
Oh, I thought it was. You saw. Okay, remember when we talked last week about who you thought in your brain that you thought?
And you said not to tell you.
Yeah, I thought you read an article.
No, it was literally based on the book. What I thought.
Oh my God, tell me.
I don't know right now.
What you knew?
So wait, you read?
I read an article. I googled who they because I thought you said to me.
No, Razorblade Tears.
I don't have any idea who they would cast. It was just somebody who read the book and casted who they thought they would.
Oh,
yeah.
So I think my Ike would be
Anthony Mackie.
No,
I'm just kidding. He's much older.
Denzel Washington.
I thought you would think he'd be great. He'd be great.
I also really hope that with this movie, they do all random people.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they need to do that more. Like, because like it gets convoluted. The story gets convoluted because you think about their other roles that they play.
Yeah, I hope they do all brand new people. And then with Buddy Lee.
Let me tell you. All right, spoilers, everybody. I was so mad they killed Buddy Lee.
Didn't he have cancer?
He did have cancer.
Yeah.
But he got shot.
Mm-hmm.
I was so sad because I loved Buddy Lee. And he was so cute with their granddaughter. I loved Buddy
Didn't
Lee.
it destroy you?
Yeah, I was so sad. Let me tell you, though, I didn't cry once.
The only time I like teared up was, I think, the end of the first chapter.
Oh, yeah.
When they were like, or maybe it was.
It was at the
like,
funeral. When they're at the funeral.
I don't remember. They were like struggling to come to terms with the fact that their sons were gay.
Yeah, I think that was. Oh, I understand. Yeah.
And it was the very beginning, and I like read it, and I just started. I think Liz was reading it at the same time, and I texted it to her, and I was like already in tears, and she was like, "I'm not even crying." Like I don't think it like phased her as much as it phased me.
Yeah, no, I definitely could like. I guess I wasn't in the mood to be crying because if I was like in a certain like
right, yeah,
time of life, I would probably cry because I'd be like, oh my god. But no, I really liked that book. It was like watching an act. It's gory.
It is.
I did not go into it thinking it would be that gory.
It is.
It's like when they get into the violent scenes, they're like, and his guts were coming out of his stomach, and I'm like, what the hell?
I'm told Josh needs to read that book.
Yeah, he does. He would like that a lot.
I think he would too.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you loved it.
Oh, I was so good.
Nervous that I was gonna be like, Danielle, this is honestly, as of right now, that is the best book I've ever read.
Like favorite of all time.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a bold statement too when you say that. But no, this book is so good. Yeah. It's so good. Do you want to know what mine is? I bet you can guess it. It's not House.
Oh, what were you gonna say? Don't to.
It's not any of that I read this year. I was gonna say that.
You mean last year?
Yeah, it's previous year. It's okay if you don't guess.
Favorite book of all time.
Yeah.
It's probably a Harry Potter book.
No, but I love Harry Potter. Ready Player One.
That's fair.
I love that book. Mr. Campbell bought it yesterday.
Ooh, exciting.
And I was like,
to read Ready Player 2. What'd you say?
It's not as good.
Oh, he's just a whiny.
Wait, do you have that?
No, you have it.
Oh, when you come over tomorrow, take it. Just add it to your pile.
I had it for a long time though, and I gave it back to you because I hadn't read it yet. Right. So that's why
when you're ready and you're feeling in the mood. There's your sci-fi.
That's also YA, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I don't think it's YA.
I just think because the characters are young, it's YA, but it's not.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
I want to see the movie, but I feel like it's gonna ruin what
it's not as good as the book. You read the book, right?
Yeah.
I remember
that from you.
Yes.
I think
I have the movie, so you also can borrow that. Okay. Yeah.
I think I might not read the second book.
It's not as good. It's in the same universe. It's just not as exciting as the first one.
I think since the first one, I did enjoy the first one so much, I kind of want to leave off with like enjoying. No,
that's a good idea because it's really not as good. Like I was really excited about, and I like it because it's like that's my all-time favorite book. So like anytime I go back into that world,
right? Exactly.
It's a good experience for me. People who didn't enjoy it as much as me didn't enjoy the second one as much as I did, solely for the fact that it's just like it kind of felt forced. Yeah.
Okay.
But he wrote another book called Armada, and it's also a video game book.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to read.
Yes, we have that. So when Mike's done reading it, you can borrow. Okay. So, anyway, so yeah, that's that. That's my all-time favorite book. I love Ready Player One. Anytime anybody asks me if they for a book to read, I'm like Ready Player One. So good. Oh wait, sorry. Before we move on, so Mr. Campbell got it. And he didn't know because I didn't know. We all wander around for 5 hours and we kind of separate. Then we get back together and we separate. And then at the end of our trip, we go like, what did you guys get?
Yeah.
And he was like, I got Ready Player One. And I was like, that's my favorite book of all time. Oh my God. And he like freaked out. I freaked out. And he's like, oh, I didn't know that. And now he was like, I'm excited now. I'm like,
watch him hate it.
I'm going to be so sad. No, I think he will because it's got a lot of 80s references it's got a lot of like old references and it's very nostalgic in a way. And then like, he likes video games. So I think that like it's like futuristic dystopian and I think he likes dystopian stuff.
Okay.
So I think he'll really like it. I hope he does. But Ready Player One, guys. Razorblade tears. Anyway. Okay. And then real quick, Brave New World sucks. Bye. And then Christmas Killer. Do you want to talk about Christmas Killer?
Not really.
Okay.
We've talked so much about
I know. Wait, let me just talk about Brave New World really quick.
Okay.
I don't think I like classics that are sci-fi because I tried to read 1974. Yeah.
2?
No, whatever. 1974. 2, whatever.
Where is it?
I don't know. It should be in here.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at it.
I thought you had it.
I think we do. Continue talking.
So I tried to read that and I've read the first chapter twice so far and I can't get into it. Then we read Brave New World for our book club And holy, I had to read the book.
1984.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. I had to read and listen to it. I don't know what in the book, the meaning, I don't even know. Everything just went over my head because it just freaking was all over the place. It was banana pancakes. It was so crazy. It was about the future that this man's thought that the future would be. It was basically that they birthed people out of test tubes because they don't believe in families, in women being pregnant anymore. And there's different classes. Beta, gamma, alpha, and one other. And alphas are the main, like, I would say your upper class, right? They're the highest intelligence. And they go to work, and then they go and fuck each other. This is the basis of the book. And then these two...
I want you to clip that part, and I want to post that on the pod, or on the pod page, and be like, what book do you think she's talking? They go to work, and then they fuck each other. I want you to clip that and send
That's
it to me.
literally what it is. And then the two main characters, well, one of the two main characters, they go to outside of this world, and they go to this place where there's Indians, and it's not even Indians, it's just people. And they're called savages, and they bring the savage person back because I don't even know. It's crazy. But the one thing I brought away is I'm not even say it, but the term they call underwear is quite fantastic, and that's the only thing that I enjoyed about this book.
So are you telling people to read the book because of that term, or are you saying...
No, don't read the book at all.
Well,
it's
you're not
so
going to
bad.
tell them the term?
It's zippy manix.
She just couldn't say it.
It's something like that. But oh my gosh, it was so bad. It was so bad. I've never experienced anything so awful in my life. I think it's worse than Leave the World Behind.
Wow.
It was so bad. I'm like, what is this book?
A statement.
I had to spark note it, Morgan. I had to read the spark notes because I'm like, did I really understand what was happening in this book?
Josh did the podcast with Chris, and they did their top books of 2021, and his number one was Brave New World.
I think that shows not talking about you, the intelligence of me and Josh.
So
each podcast.
Ask you a question here. If you had to classify yourself into like the alpha, gamma, beta.
Oh my god, I wrote it in my review.
Did you really?
Delta minus, which is the
dumbest. Delta minus, not even delta plus, delta minus.
That is how I feel about Brave New World. I'm not giving up on classics yet, but I think I'm giving up on classic sci-fi because they add terms and it's so confusing. I had to listen to the first chapter like 12 times. I was like, am I understanding this right? It's just craziness. Anyway, so what did we read together this month, Morgan?
We read Apples Never Fall by...
I'm going to sneeze. Don't say bless you.
Liane Moriarty. Okay. Can I say bless you now?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Thank you. So the synopsis. This was a book of the month choice. It was an add-on. It wasn't a choice.
It was an add-on.
It was an add-on. Like, I think we got it in like November. We've had this for a couple months.
But it came out way before. I think it was a September one. Because it came out way before.
Okay. Yeah. So here's the synopsis. If your mother was missing, would you tell the police, even if the most obvious suspect was your father? This is the dilemma facing the 4 grown Delaney siblings. The Delaneys are fixtures in their community. The parents, Stan and Joy, are the envy of all their friends. They're killers on the tennis court, and often their chemistry is palpable. But after 50 years of marriage, they finally sold their famed tennis academy and are ready to start what should be the golden years of their lives. So why are Stan and Joy so miserable? The 4 Delaney children, Amy, Logan, Troy, and Brooke, were tennis stars in their own right, yet as their father will tell you, none of them had what it took to go all the way. But that's okay. Now that they're all successful grown-ups and they're... Wait.
It's okay.
Now, wait.
You're right.
There is the wonderful possibility of grandchildren on the horizon. One night, a stranger named Savannah knocks on Stan and Joy's door, bleeding after a fight with her boyfriend. The Delaneys are more than happy to give her the small kindness she sorely needs, if only that was all she wanted. Later, when Joy goes missing and Savannah is nowhere to be found, the police question the one person who remains, Stan. But for someone who claims to be innocent, he, like many spouses, seem to have a lot to hide. 2 of the Delaney children think their father is innocent. 2 are not so sure. But as the 2 sides square off against each other in perhaps the biggest match ever, all of the Delaneys will start to re-examine their shared family history in a very new light.
Okay. So can I tell you something?
Yes.
I saw a lot of people were reading this on Bookstagram, and I didn't read the synopsis. I was just like, you suggested. I'm like, yeah, let's freaking do it. And I was like, because I had kind of had an inkling in the back of my mind that I did want to read it, and you suggested it for the plot, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. I never read the back. If I read the back, I might have rated it lower.
Lower? Okay, so let's start off. What did you rate it?
I gave it a 3.
Okay, so knowing now what the back says, what do you want to rate it?
I probably a 2.
Okay.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 3.
I didn't like this book.
Neither did I.
I'm so sad because it was hyped up so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be so much better. It was, I don't even know. It was just too long for the storyline.
I also think there were too many characters.
Way too many characters.
Because each child had their own side story.
Which didn't hate. I think it added to the story.
Right. I think it did too. Well, you said at one point that this book was very different in the sense of every chapter, every couple chapters, you would get an outsider's point of view.
Loved
of
that.
The siblings.
Oh, yes. I thought you were talking about something else, but keep going.
That was really it. So like it took me a minute to realize what was going on in the first chapter. The first time, because they were at like a diner, and the waitress's point of view is what we got.
Right. I loved that. I thought that was so cool. I thought that was interesting, and I thought it added to the whole like mystery and the whole like what happened and like
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just cut you off.
No, go for it.
I got the children confused.
Yes, especially the boys. I got the boys confused.
I think I got the girl. Well, actually,
yes. No, I can understand because.
Now that I'm saying it out loud, though, I know who they all are, though, because let's see. Where are the kids? Because Logan was the one who...
The oldest man, or the oldest boy.
No.
Troy's older.
Troy is the oldest with the money.
Yes, that's what
Logan is the one that lost his girlfriend. Not lost, like she died, but like...
broke up. They broke up.
Yes.
Yes. But he cheated on her, didn't he?
I don't remember.
I think he cheated on her.
And Amy was the paper eater.
Yeah, Amy was a weird fuck. And then Brooke was the one with the headaches.
Yeah.
And she had the hospital.
Yeah.
Or the clinic.
I'm looking at your notes. It's Christmas. We're just gonna. How's it going?
Yeah. I thought that the outsider perspective was cool. I thought that added by her was cool, and it was a different like way of seeing the whole thing that was happening.
I was expecting, though, from the outsider's perspective to get, like, them acting a little bit more sketchy and be like, oh, but Dad told me this.
Yeah.
But they didn't. It was just, like...
They kind of did, though, in some chapters. Like, there was one chapter where... There were a few chapters at the very end that they would be like, but Dad did this then, and yeah. They kind of did that, but not as pushed as you wanted, I think.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm sorry. It fell really flat. I expected a lot more. I think I gave it a 3 because the storyline throughout it kept me intrigued. It was good.
Yes, same. I was flying through this because I wanted to know what was happening.
But the ending, when we find out what happened, yeah, me too.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I was waiting for it. I was like, when she mentions the ending, I'm gonna fucking throw a fit. The fucking ending!
Yeah, I think I finished it. And here's the thing.
Bro.
When Danielle and I buddy read for a book,
especially this podcast, we try to not talk about it. We broke the rules so hard on this one.
Here's the thing, though. One of us will finish it first.
Yeah.
Usually it's me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just be like, well, I finished it. And I don't say anything else. And Danielle's like, oh, you hated it, didn't you? Or if I'm like, oh my God, I just finished it. And then
Yeah,
she's like, oh my God, it's good.
I can tell when Morgan likes a book and when she doesn't like a book.
And I think this time I was like, well, I finished the book.
I
And
was
you were
like,
like, and I was like, I finished it. Can I have a cookie now? I finished it.
I'm so mad. This made me so mad.
It was just a whole fucking misunderstanding. How stupid. How stupid. 400 pages for a misunderstanding. Okay, plain
Let
bad
me tell you,
heroines.
yeah, it's not even that. It's like family drama is not something that I like. And that's a trope that like is constantly coming up in books. Like David Shastri's Last Day was family drama. I hated that book. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. It was good. Yeah, it was not bad. And I really did read it all. And I was like, oh, this is good. I'm enjoying the whole thing. But the family drama thing is such a bad trope because nothing happens after. And guess what? The problems don't get resolved in the end. They have like a little happy ending. But guess what? It's probably going to happen again.
Yeah.
Like nothing gets changed. And that's what makes me so frustrated about... Okay, well, first off, ending... No one fucking dies. And she's fine. And she's like, hey, how's it going? I'm here again.
Also, can we just talk about how, like, she really... Joy seemed like a very nice woman. Savannah severely took advantage of her. We all know that. After everything that happened and after she finds out who Savannah is, she still goes on this, like, 21-day thing with her. And it's
this woman is the dumbest person I've ever read about.
I just felt like it was stupid.
It was so dumb.
I thought, so when we get the clip of Stan taking out the rug and that's when people think that it's her, I thought it was going to be Savannah. I thought that maybe they got together and murdered Savannah. Maybe there was like
something happened.
And then Savannah died, and then the mom just disappeared to kind of take the eyes off of what was happening.
Yes.
And then she was going to come back.
That's what
Savannah
I thought.
They
just went on a fucking trip.
Yeah.
And they didn't bring their cell phones.
And then the dog ate I'm honestly surprised they
didn't. The dog eating the note?
What if Amy ate the note? What if she was
That's
like,
funny.
This paper?
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, it was.
That made me so mad. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And the characters weren't even likable. I saw you liked one character though. I did read part of your notes, but they weren't even likable. Let me tell you, Stan was a douchebag. Joy was a dumbass. Savannah was a thief and also a douche, and like was just like. Amy was fucking insane, and then. Brooke was boring. There's nothing exciting about Brooke.
She was very like
whiny,
like upper class, like my life.
And then Logan was a cheater, and then
I really don't remember him cheating.
I think he took because remember he was like he's the one that's kind of like or maybe it's Troy who cheated. No, I don't know.
Troy was the one whose ex-girlfriend reached out for the sperm bank.
I thought that was. Logan.
That's Troy because she's like in a different country with her husband.
Oh,
now.
something with Logan happens though to make him.
I don't remember. I mean,
his girlfriend is the one that gave his mom the magnet, right?
Yes, and
I think he cheats on her, Morg.
Oh well, I mean, maybe it did happen.
I'm probably wrong. Anyway, and then Troy. What I wrote about Troy? I wrote a really big paragraph about the characters at the bottom. I was on your notes.
Oh, wow, you really did.
I went off.
Joy was so dumb.
Yeah, Joy was dumb. Stan was a stubborn jerk who didn't really care. It didn't seem like he cared about his kids. He always walked out on Joy when he got a little bit angry about a disagreement.
I have a question.
Okay.
After we find out why he walks out.
I still didn't like him.
No.
Didn't change my mind.
Not to like him. Did that make you understand and kind of respect him just a tiny bit more?
Yes. Okay. I appreciate that he didn't do what his father did to his mom. Yeah.
I did like that. Well,
I agree. But did this situation change them? No,
of course it didn't.
They didn't change.
But I was glad that we got that just to kind of make him a little bit more human, I think.
I thought it was so sketchy that he was so intently obsessed with this Harry kid, the tennis pro kid.
Yeah.
I thought it was so sketchy, and I thought it was weird, and I didn't like it. And immediately,
didn't you think that Harry was going to be his kid? Yeah. That's what you thought was going to happen. That would have been family drama.
Yeah. Holy, yeah. And then I liked the twist that Savannah was Harry's brother. Love that. Harry's, what's his name?
No, you said it right.
Savannah was Harry's sister.
You said brother the first time.
Whatever. You knew what I meant.
I did, but you said it wrong.
Yeah, but the characters weren't even likable. And, like, even Harry was kind of a dickbag. Like,
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my notes now. So my major plot points, we kind of just talked about most of them. Savannah going and locking her mom up and just leaving.
What the? She bananas.
She just goes and she's like, all right, mom, here you go, and locked her up.
I understand why she did it, because she wanted revenge. And she's just like, I feel like she has nothing to lose because she's out and like, she's so bad. She's just an awful person. And she like, I don't think she has anything to lose when she does these things. And it's like, I think she's trying to teach her mother a lesson from what she did when she was being a ballerina or whatever. But like, why?
Yeah.
Why? These people are nutty. And then like, what else did I write? You thought Stan was the killer the whole time? I thought it was
going to be too easy if Stan was the killer.
Yeah, I also did too, but I was like, it's got to be him. And then Joy walks in and is like, the police have like her husband on the ground, and then like things are crazy.
She's just like, hi, I'm here.
She's like, hello.
So what?
I am Joy.
I was reading a book recently.
God damn it. This shit makes me so mad.
This book reminded me of...
I wrote
I'll find it. Hold on.
I wrote other examples, I thought, somewhere. In my notes. Oh, okay. So there's like, I read a book called Every Last Fear, and it also has a little bit of family drama. I liked it a lot better than this, but like family drama just doesn't do it for me. It's something about how like they go through this like situation and something crazy happens, and then like the endings are always so stupid.
This book reminded me of Not a Happy Family by Sherry Lapina.
I'll read it.
I gave it a 3, so I mean,
yeah, I'll read it. No, I'll read it.
It reminded me of that essentially because...
Oh my God, I'm gonna hate it. Get ready for me to go off.
I forgot I gave that to you. I'm glad you said it because I almost spoiled what happened in it.
Oh yeah, don't tell me.
So the killer, when we find out who the killer was, it was very like, that was the book that I said the killer was like quick. It was just very like,
oh yeah,
I killed them and this is why, said so and so.
I'm gonna wait and forget about what you just said and then read it.
Okay, wait till you edit the podcast too, because
yeah. After I edit it, we'll forget about family drama for a while, then I'll get to it into March, and I'll be like, Morgan, this book was ass,
and I'll be like, yeah, go back to January. Remember? It just, so what happened in that book I thought was going to happen in this book. Okay. And I'm not going to say what happened in that book.
Yeah, don't, because I'm going to read it, because
yes.
Well, you gave me books to read and I will read them.
I forgot that I gave that to you. I'm glad you reminded me.
Yeah, I have The Mother-in-Law still, and then I have Not a Happy Family. It's got like a black and rainbow color. Here. Yeah, I got to have that one. That one I'm going to read soon. Yeah. And then I think I have one more. Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to get through your read so I can get that back. I know. That's what I like about you. And I'm the same way about me with your books. I forgot
that you had those books.
Right. Really. Like, I'm like, Morgan doesn't care because she already read them. So she's like, here, give them back whenever.
7 books. Yeah. 6 books.
Yeah.
So it reminded me of that just because I thought,
God bless you.
Thank you.
It reminded you because you thought that what was going to happen in that would be similar to this. Yeah.
I didn't.
Good. I'm very nervous to start. I'm about to give that a shit one. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Interesting though. That I will probably pick that up in March to like tackle that. I'm gonna try to forget everything you said about that.
Oh, so one of the things that I didn't like, I'm just looking over my notes to make sure we didn't, because we just it was just very mediocre.
It was just an okay book. Like, it is good in the aspect that it keeps you going and you're very, like, it is engaging and it keeps you interested and you do want to get to the end.
It had short chapters too, didn't it?
Yeah, it did have short chapters. And like, it's interesting. Writing is interesting, and like the outsider perspective outside of the family was cool. It is engaging. Yes. That's why I gave it a 3.
So one of the things I didn't like was I put how Stan's demeanor immediately changed when Joy came home and he was so excited and less ornery. Like, he was a grumpy bastard the entire time. And then he didn't really help the police or help himself. And then Joy walks in and he's like, honey, oh my God, I missed you so much. Like, why did you not tell any? It was just weird.
It was so weird. Yeah, I agree. I think I didn't like Stan as a character. I think he was my least favorite character in this book. I didn't like before Amy. And Amy was cuckoo.
I think so. When we go down to the favorite characters, I think
I didn't write.
Default, my favorite character was Logan. He just seemed like the most normal. Like, he was just trying to fix himself. He was trying to better himself.
Yeah.
And then
doesn't his girlfriend, he gets a good ending.
I don't remember what happened. I read this like
I also read it at the beginning of
we
read it at the same time. I think we read this book a little too early, but I think the reason why we read it is because it's 400 pages, and I thought it was gonna take a while.
I was gonna like have to take a little bit more time.
Same. That's why I picked it up pretty soon, and we finished it pretty fast.
I just also like I don't remember what the ending was with Logan, but I think he was the only normal one. Like, he was just trying to keep to himself.
Yeah.
His siblings, he knew, were fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And he was just trying to, like, work things out with the ex.
Yes.
And she was, like, I don't know.
No, I agree. I agree. The characters, to me, just weren't likable. And it was just, like, I don't know. It was the ending. I think if the ending was different, maybe it might have swayed me to give it a 4. But holy shite. When that ending came, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is the ending?
Yeah,
on one thing, sorry to interrupt.
No, I wasn't.
The one thing I did like that it was roundabout. Like, they did get their endings and it kind of closed out.
It did.
And there wasn't like any questions left. Like, we got Savannah, like an ending for Savannah. We got an ending for Joy and Stan. But whatever, dude. Whatever. I was so it was just okay. It's just okay. I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I read it and got to see what happens. I'm not regretting it at all.
When are you gonna do a giveaway for it?
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna see if anybody else wants to read it, like if any of Mike's family or my mom wants to read it, but because I like
watch the podcast first.
Yeah,
fucking sucked.
Fucking blows. I think because I have another Liane Moriarty book.
Yeah, she writes big honkers.
I have 9 Perfect Strangers, which is currently a show on Hulu.
Yep.
I want to read that. Josh must be home.
Whatever.
I want to read that one really badly. I'm gonna wait a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to mention this really quick. In my review, I kept it simple because I was just like, it was an okay book. I wrote why I liked it, and then like I was like, if you like this book, you'll okay.
Stroke.
If you will like this book, if you like XYZ, and the last pinpoint, my last bullet point was tennis ?
Yeah, it was very like focused around tennis, but also wasn't.
Yeah, it was like tennis was their huge thing, and wasn't really tennis. I don't know. It definitely goes over the politics of sports, which it was I totally understand by being in volleyball my whole life, and like the politics of sports, and like, and if you're not that good at things, you're not really gonna go far in sports. And that's like the hardship of like your parents seeing you really dedicated to this sport, and then you're just like mediocre. And it's like I feel that because I'm kind of just mediocre at volleyball, and it's like my mom in the stands like, yeah, Danielle, and it's just like, I liked that aspect too. But it was okay. If you want to read it for sure. But like,
because you can have our copies.
Yeah, you want to have it. But yeah, no, I say give it a read if you're interested in it.
If you like family drama,
oh yeah, get into it, because
that was all family drama
for sure. Yeah. Like me, I don't like family drama. I've learned that.
I don't like family drama.
I've learned that from my past few reads that I've read, and it's just
not family drama.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah.
But you're not going to really figure that out until you get into the book, though. Because, like, depending on how, like, I tend to, like, if Morgan suggests a book for us for the podcast, I tend to not read the backs and just kind of go into it.
Anytime you suggest a book, I always read the back.
Oh, really?
For the podcast.
Oh, if I, like, hand you a book, you don't?
No, like Charm Offensive.
Yeah.
I didn't read the back.
Yeah.
Because, to be fair, that was all over Bookstagram. And give me a little credit. I'm trying.
Yeah, you're trying to branch.
Read other genres.
Right.
I'm trying. And I was like, that's a romance that everybody is loving on Bookstagram, so let me try it out.
Try it out. And you did, and I'm glad you did. And I need to be more open to, I don't know, more nonfiction. I read a lot.
Pretty open about
genres.
Yeah, you read a lot of different genres.
I try to.
I'm thriller, mystery.
Right, and I'm glad that you are. The other day, Morgan texted me and was like, give me some fantasies that I might like. I was like, okay. And I sent you 12 paragraphs.
You did. And one of them sounded good. And then I was like, you were like, oh, but you literally have these two on your shelf. Those are fantasy.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know Addie was fantasy.
Yeah, I looked it up and I was looking at Goodreads because I know your style of reading. And I was like, I need to go through.
So you suggested V.E. Schwab?
Well, no, and I knew you had those on your shelf. So and I saw it on the fantasy, and I was like, oh, you have these two and they're considered fantasy, so you don't have to buy another book.
Yeah.
But I did go through and I was like, oh, I saw paranormal fantasy and I was like, ooh, she might like that. And I read a few few synopses, and those are the last 3 I sent you.
Okay.
And you might like a lot.
I have to go back and look because I got so busy. You sent those when I was at work, and then I didn't respond for 4 hours.
I'm not kidding. I sent you 12 giant fucking paragraphs about these fantasy books, and I was just like,
if you find them, can you screenshot them and send
them
to me?
I will.
I hate you so much. I woke up to that and I was like, hi.
Let me tell you, I said that to Andrew too.
Did you respond?
Yeah, he said, the fuck?
While you're looking for that, is there anything else you want to talk about before we start closing? Because we've been...
No,
Danielle.
Oh, whatever. It's fine. It's going to be a long podcast this month, everybody.
Yeah.
It's fine. Whatever.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. So before we close out here, we're going to start doing things a little bit differently. So instead of announcing on the pod what we're going to be reading next month, we are going to start drawing genres out of a hat to see what the next month should be. Because we've been reading a lot of thriller mysteries, which that's fine.
We love them.
And we'll probably still stick to them for the most part, but we want to switch things up for any other viewers that aren't really into mystery thrillers and kind of...
Yeah, and that helps us branch out too. And we might be surprised when we pick something that we're really love and it's something different.
Yeah.
Might not be, but... good chance.
So for this, we're not drawing today since the next month we're reading for is February. It seems only right after we just shit on romance books for the last 2 hours.
We're gonna read a romance.
We're gonna read a romance book. Once we figure out, because we don't know what it is yet. Once we figure out what book it is, we will post. We'll post the first week of February.
Yeah.
So that way anybody who wants to get it to read along with us can get it.
Yes.
So we will be getting that. We're going to read a romance book. So now, moving forward, we're actually going to come prepared with genres in a hat.
Yes.
And then from there, we'll kind of leave it also open for suggestions if anybody wants to give us a suggestion of books that they've read or anything for us to try out. Also, send us suggestions. It doesn't have to be for that
specific genre. Yeah. If you have any really good suggestions that you guys were blew your mind or was super good, just tell us. We might consider it for the... I've been telling, because when we went over people's favorite books of last year, I was like, Morgan, we can read The Guncle.
Is that a romance or no?
No. Oh. I think it's a... what is that? I think it's just a general fiction.
Oh.
So, yeah. Well, so we can take your suggestions and your ideas into consideration. We do listen.
We do listen. We're kind of not struggling, but
it
would be easier to get
people to tell us to read books. Yeah.
Plus, if that's one that that you loved and you want to hear two idiots talk about it.
Yeah, we will. We will talk about it.
Just know that we may also rip it to shreds.
Oh yeah, we will.
So just keep that in mind. If you do suggest a book,
we might not like it. Don't get offended.
Don't get offended. Yeah. We're not going to be like, wow, what a stupid idiot.
Right.
Morgan,
I gave Morgan, this is a good example. I gave Morgan Charm Offensive. I enjoyed Charm Offensive. She did not.
And I wasn't like, damn, Danielle, what a freaking idiot. How dare you?
Yeah. So it's fine.
I mean, I did.
It's fine. Yes, she did, but it's fine. No, she really did it. But yeah, we do have ideas in mind. I was at Barnes & Noble yesterday, and I tried to FaceTime Morgan, and I was like, the one thing we thought we were going to read is here. Do you want me to get you a copy? And you're like, no, let's wait.
Because it may be an add-on, and we may be able to get it for cheaper.
If it's an add-on, I say that's the one we go with.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how our conversation with that one goes. So,
yeah.
So we'll see. TB determined.
TB determined.
TBD, baby!
So, our Bookstagrammer of the month this month is someone who's dear to both of us. I think she honestly was one of my first friends on Bookstagram. I'm not counting Danielle because she doesn't count.
I don't matter.
Doesn't count.
I don't matter.
And then we just did a buddy read with her. Oh, Jesus Christ, the two of us. So we are going to be shouting out our friend Victoria, who's been following the podcast since we literally started. She's so sweet, so fun. She's honestly given me so many books. I've sent her books in the mail just to be like, you can have these or you can read them and like send them back. So thanks for being our friend.
So nice.
She's so nice. Sweet.
I literally, I tag her in so much stuff and I'll message her all the time and I'm like, Victoria! And I'm just like, well, I'm reading this right now, Hawthorne Legacy, and I'm like, I need somebody to talk to. Mm-hmm. And she like got the book one day from her and she was like, I read it in one day.
That little motherfucker too. I sent it to her so we could buddy read it. And then she's like, thank you. Let me just finish the entire.
I won't start it without you guys.
Yes, I won't start without you guys. 2 hours later, guys, I finished it. You guys are gonna love it. So now,
thanks, Victoria.
We're gonna buddy read it. It's
We're
fine.
shouting you out for Book of the Month, but you're a bastard.
You can't talk shit though because you left me high and dry
I did too. I thought we talked about it. I was like,
we talked about buddy reading it, and then
I was
you were like, I'm 150 pages in.
sorry. But Victoria, we're reading the third one together. Don't you dare read it without us.
Yeah, don't you dare.
I'm putting it on me because I started without you. Sorry.
God.
It won't take you long. I'm 150 pages in. It's super good so far. I know you didn't like the romance in it.
It was okay.
There's not as much in it as this one.
Okay.
So I think you might like it. It's more puzzly.
Okay. So let me just throw out her Instagram. So it's Vic, VIC, with the good books. All one word. Vic with the good books.
If you want to follow her Instagram handle, if you scroll down in the description, her Instagram handle will be on the bottom.
Yes, and when this is posted with all of her fun facts, we will also tag her in that as well.
So give her a follow.
We were thinking of somebody to do for this month, and I was thinking about it recently too. Of all people who like text us every single month for the podcast, we have not shouted her out.
Yeah, I was like,
she's probably like gonna give up on the podcast and be like, these two freaking
guys
idiots
are asshats. Yeah, no, I was like,
wrong.
Wait, didn't we shout her in the first one? And Morgan's like, no. I'm like, we didn't shout her out. What are we doing? Why are we bad friends?
It's okay.
It's fine.
She read it without us.
Yeah.
I just watched your whole fucking bottom jaw come out a little bit.
I'm like Clayton. I got a Clayton jaw.
Oh, boy.
Yay. Thank you, Victoria. You're the boom. And if you want to be one of our Book of the Month friends.
Yeah.
Could just connect with us and like talk to us and like just come like engage with our Instagrams, both of our Instagrams and our podcast page. Yep. Like give us suggestions.
We're trying to be more active on the podcast page too. That's on me. I'm trying to be more active, but there's like
literally there's times where I'll be like, Morgan, what's the Instagram handle podcast page is password so I can go on it and post about something, and I never do. I don't even know what the password is. So, yeah.
So we're going to try and be more active on it, especially starting after this podcast, just to post more things, have more things to share, connect. I've been trying to connect on that, but I'm also really like slacking on connecting on my own personal Bookstagram page, especially with weeks like this when I'm like, oh my God, I don't even want to be on my phone. And I look down and I have like 10 likes and like comments and I'm just like,
oh, I have to go answer all this. No, but the nice thing with this is that I've come to find that I enjoy, not that you have to do what I do. I've been copying a lot what you do with this, but I have been planning out my posts for the next week because
I do the posts.
Look, I write my tops are my posts and then the bottom is what I read. And then if I buy books, I read what I buy in the middle.
So I put. I'll actually show you mine.
This is what's this woman's name? Who makes these planners?
It's at Little Inkling Design.
These are the best reading planners. Morgan got this for me for Christmas. It's my favorite freaking thing. So I write in it every day. Every single day. It's the best thing.
This is mine.
Yes.
So
okay.
Posted, and then
flick out.
take traveling library photo, finished somebody. So I put it in the same. So started, finished.
Oh, that's cool.
Started.
Oh, I like the way you do it. Yeah, I write. So like I write what I read in the day. So like a audiobook, and I put the percentage because it's pages, but they don't.
So they have. If you look at the front, they have a way to calculate the percentage, which is actually super helpful. Hold on, where is it? It's where you do your reviews, right here. Ebook percentage or audiobook time listened to page count, and and she put in how you can do the math.
What the frick?
Yeah, it's really great.
This girl is a blessing. Who is this lady? Everybody go spam and sell out her planners.
I'm pretty sure they are all sold out.
They came out with, because I followed her. I think they came out with a new set.
She did do a restock of the smaller ones. So like Liz has a smaller one for just reviews. Like she doesn't have the planner version.
Oh, okay.
The planner version, and I think the reviews ones aren't spiral.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this thing is the shit.
I honestly plan on getting one every single year now because
when you do next year, let me know when you order yours, or just order me one and I can Venmo you money.
For the whole year and for everything that it comes with, I think the pre-order was like $45.
But that's like a good deal because like the stuff you get, and this is like, not kidding, the best book planner that's already filled out for you, that you don't have to, if you really enjoy being creative and like making your own planner type thing, do your own thing, but this already filled out and put together is so good.
And she also she's really creative on her page. Like she does the calligraphy on her page and stuff. Yeah. And hers is completely filled, and hers looks beautiful. Like she must have or sell more of these.
The stickers.
Yeah. And she creates hers, and she does the dot journal style. Because there's a page for a dot journal at the end.
Oh yeah, I think I did
at the end of the month. Every single month you have one.
Oh. I see.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool and so good, and I just really, it's fun, and it makes me feel a little more organized.
Right.
Especially
and you
with
can use it for work too. It has enough. That's why I wanted to get this one, because me personally, I like putting my work and my personal life in one planner, and then on top of reading. So I have a work planner, but if I needed to, I could use
this as well. Yeah. Yeah. This is my solely. I have one for work because I have.
Yeah.
And it's like my work and regular life. This is solely book, Instagram, and book.
It's just so great.
It's so good, and the quality is so nice. We're hyping up this girl so much.
We'll tag her in the YouTube as well.
It's so good. It's just so you can buy your own for next year. I don't know when they come out, when pre-sale comes out.
Your pre-order, I ordered in October.
Holy!
She does pre-order sales in October, and then you can pre-order for a certain amount of time. Once the pre-orders are sold out, then she does an actual launch sometime in
and they probably sell out.
Yeah. I think the pre-sale started at noon, and it just so happened that I was I think I was off that day. Well, no, I had it in my cart already because I was this was my first year ordering. I don't know how quick they sell out. I'd rather just buy it, whatever. And I bought the 3, and it was they went on sale at noon. Because she's also from Canada, so it takes a lot to ship and package. I don't know when you followed her, but when she was packaging up all the stuff, she does all the packaging herself.
That's insane.
All the ones that were wrapped, yours with the paper wrap and everything, she does all of that herself.
That's insane. She probably is so busy. That's craziness. Well, that makes sense why it's in October.
Yeah, so she does all that. She has to bring them to the post office, obviously, in bulk because of all the pre-orders and stuff. So she's
hello, I'm here.
She had said in the stuff that pre-orders were taking a little bit, obviously. I wasn't expecting, I was just hoping it would be here before Christmas. And it was, or before we recorded the podcast even. And it was, thank God. It was here if we met up on Christmas, I would have been able to give it to you on Christmas. Nice. So
yeah, next time you do your order for this, if you just add mine into it too, and I'll Venmo you money, just because
For sure.
This is the best.
Yeah.
The best thing. It's probably one of my favorite Christmas gifts I've ever gotten. It's so good. It's so good. Like the TBR cart too that Mikey got me.
Yes. Anything book Instagram, honestly.
Oh, it's so good. So good. I love this so much.
Book Instagram, book related.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This thing's so good. I use it, I'm not kidding, every day. The best.
Yay. I'm glad. I have my whole, like, these are all the pens that I got.
To write in your thingy?
Yeah.
Oh,
so, like.
Is that pink?
And.
Oh, freaking let's go. What?
It's erasable.
Excuse me?
But look, it's kind of erasable, but kind of not. Like, down on the side. Down on the side. There you go. Pull that down. The focus. You can still kind of see the indent a little bit, so it's not completely erasable. Amazon. I'll send you the link that I got. And I also...
What the heck?
Yeah, I have those. So they all, like, all these colors.
That's cool.
And then I got these really nice pens to, like, just write.
Right? That's cool.
And then I have these pens. Like, they're kind of more markers, but...
Whoa.
I've had those for a while.
The fact that these erase really just does something to me.
I wanted to get erasable because I'm definitely not perfect, but let me just show you, like, an example of... You can see where I...
Oh, yeah.
So you can kind of see... I mean,
but it's
I
not
don't really
that
care.
bad. It's not that bad.
I mean, if you're looking far away, it doesn't matter.
And I feel like when you write, you, like, write a little bit more, like, deeper.
And the only... It, like, is very... Hold on, let me try and, like... Hold on. You see the, like, lines in it? Jesus Christ.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you have to kind of go over it a little bit, but it's not really that bad.
No, it's cool. Well, I totally get you. That's cool, though.
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
I'll send you the link. I was gonna order like some to go with it, but I didn't know if you had any. Yeah. And I wanted to get what she uses, but she uses like real calligraphy shit, and I'm not that creative.
Yeah, no, and that's hard. Calligraphy is so hard. If you try it, it's like you have to really like. That's something that like is like one of those things you have to really sit in. Like, you might have to watch YouTube videos because that's like, it's like the way you hold your hand is how you. Mm-hmm. It's something because I've tried it. I tried it in high school.
Okay.
And it was hard. It was hard. What else do we have? What are you looking forward to in February?
I'm not really doing anything in February.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
To a new apartment, so we can not do the podcast just here if we wanted. We have a bigger office space coming. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You got to get bookshelves.
Finley Donovan Knocks on Dead comes out February 1st, and I ordered a signed copy.
Oh, yay!
I'm excited for that.
Yay.
Those are the only things I'm really excited about.
I don't think we're doing anything in February.
February?
Yeah. I'm excited to see what the book of the month.
Me too. That's always exciting. I like that they're doing, I don't know if they did this before. I like that they're doing little hinty things.
But you literally searched and found what book they were hinting
But that's the only thing. I think this top part, the writing partners, imagine romantic partners, is another clue for another book, not this one. I think this is a separate clue, and I think this is a separate clue for another book.
Gotcha.
I haven't figured this one out.
Well.
But this one, the picture one's pretty obvious. And I think they make it obvious because
I think they did because Reckless Girls was the one that they hinted,
which was really obvious. And they also another flower in that one was Magnolia Place, which is the historical fiction.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like that they're doing it, but I wish they would make the picture less obvious.
Yeah. If you're like hyped for it though, like if you know that this is coming out soon, maybe that's why.
Did you read the description for it?
Of which one?
The flower one.
I skimmed.
Doesn't sound good.
No, I skimmed.
Sorry. It doesn't. I read the whole thing and I was just like,
one of the other ones, if what you sent me was true, one of the other ones kind of sounds good.
Yeah, I think because I did get sent last month. I did get sent the other like last month's picks and one of them was wrong, so they may not be true. Yeah, so
I'm just excited to see them and to see the add-ons because even if
the add-ons are always so good,
even if the book of the month suck, the add-ons are good. And I have to get Josh Project Hail Mary anyway. So
yeah, Mike wants me to add Will. onto my book of the month.
Oh, Will Smith's book?
He wants me to add that so badly. Actually, I'll do that right now because he's really looking. He was gonna buy it at Barnes & Noble yesterday, and I was like,
$10. Yeah.
don't buy that. Don't you buy that.
Do we have anything else to talk about? It's literally, we've been recording for like 2.5 hours.
I know. I'm sorry. We had a lot to talk about this month.
It's fine. It's really fine. But do we have anything else?
No, we covered it all.
All right. You want to drink your cucumber water?
No.
Oh, you reached for it.
I know. I was like, what? I thought you meant this, and I was like, yeah, I'll drink it.
You want to cheers for like
yeah,
a
let's
at the end?
cheers. Yay!
Oh.
Let's leave it there for a second. I'll find something. Usually what I do is I scrub through the video really quick and I'll find screenshots of us and I'll just be like,
that one right
that
there.
is it. That's why I send like a bunch of them to you so you can like, we can.
Yeah.
And I let you choose the ultimate one.
Yeah. I think what I want to end up doing, well, we can
We can talk about this after.
Yeah. Thanks for being
it's
here
been
for
way too long.
2.5 hours. It's fine.
It's fine. Listen, we had a lot to talk about. It was a good reading month. Maybe not rating wise, but like
read a lot of books.
Yeah. February, I have a feeling not gonna be a lot of books. Solely for the fact that I'm moving and it's a shorter month.
Yes.
But I'm planning on reading a lot of romance. I have Love Hypothesis on my TBR card. That's gonna be read, and Red, White, and Royal Blue, I think, and whatever we pick for the pod.
Yeah.
Be
so
ready.
we will post that. Check out our podcast page. The first week of February. I feel like that should be when we
around the time we know what we want to read. And then you can find me at Danny Allreads and Morgan
at _bookmorgs_ on Instagram.
Woohoo! Thanks for listening always, and catch us on our book pod page. And to find out what we're going to read together next month. I stroked out again.
Bye, friends.
Bye. Yee.
Okay, go fucking pause it.
No, you pause it.
It's on your side.
No, it's not. Okay. I got it.
Get your fucking good. Get your fucking big ass up. Let's go.
Listen, Mama gave him a bottom.